Hello everyone. So today our last topic is in exception is Java custom exception. So up to now we have already covered the topic, what are exceptions and like how to handle the exceptions and different type of scenario. So in this tutorial we are going to cover how to create a custom exception. So why we need the custom exception? Sometimes we need to customize the exception according to the user's need. So in that scenario, we have to manipulate the we have to manipulate the exception, and we declare our custom exception. So by the help of custom exception, you can have your own exception and message. So let's see how to create a custom exception. So we will do this with the help of an example. Suppose if you remember the example that voting example, if age is less than 18, in that case we were throwing the error. And what we will do here is we will create our custom exception. So how to create our custom exception? We will create a simple class first. So the name of our exception is for is not valid exception. So this is the name of my exception, is not valid exception. Voting is not valid. Let's do it this way. Voting is not valid exception. And we have simply create a class voting is not exception, and we are going to extend this class with the exception. So this is our exception class, and what we will do, we will create the constructor of this and pass the string message and super message. All right, so we have created the UID, but there is no need for to create the UID. It will work fine. So we will discuss what is this UID and how it works and how it is helpful. So this is my custom exception. What I have done, I have extend this with the exceptions, and in a constructor I have passed that message to the exceptions. So now I will create a class test custom exception and a public static void main method, and inside this method what I will do, I will create a public method, public validate voter. Let's static void, and inside this suppose we are passing string to this or age to this int age. So this method will take age as an input, and we will check if age is less than 18. In that case, throw which exception? Throw new voting dot exception, pass and declare the throws and pass is not valid for voting. See, else system dot out dot println welcome to board. And here what we will do, we will first create the object of this class, or we can directly call this method try and catch here. Exceptions p system dot out dot println normal flow code. And here I will call this method, and I will first 18 or 19. So it should work fine. It should not throw any error. As you can see that welcome to board normal flow of code. What we can do, we can dot message. So here in the catch we have already exception handled, right? So if we run this program, so it will work fine. But if we pass here suppose 12, so as here you can see that exception handled is not valid for voting. So this is my custom exception which is throwing the message is not valid for exception, and that is cached in the catch exception. It has cached the exception in the E, and here it is the message. So if you want to see the whole exception, then as you can see that exception handled, vote is not valid exception, not is not valid for voting. So this is my custom exception. So this is the example of the custom exception. So thank you for watching the video.